Hey, welcome to Tabletop Assassin. Today, we're going to be talking about the one thing, other than a paintbrush, that I believe every painter should have, the wet palette. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you why you need this, and I'm going to share a couple with you, and we'll go from there. Let's get started. Alright, so this is a wet palette. This one's from Army Painter. This is actually the first wet palette that I had. I still use this. It depends what I'm doing. It's got a smaller form factor, so that's kind of cool. So you can kind of just grab it and go. So we'll take this band off, and we'll show you what comes in. This wet palette costs about $28 to $30, give or take. What we have in here is this wet palette comes with 50 of these sheets, and what this is I'll take this out here. You can tell this is well loved. So this is like a sponge material. It's basically what a wet palette is you get this wet, and you take one of these pieces of paper, and you spread it out over here, and it gets damp and moist, and you squirt paint onto it. And what that does is it helps keep your paint fresh longer. Now that may not sound like a big deal, but it is, because you can leave your paint on there for all day or days or a week or whatever. So back to this. So in here, like I said, when you take the lid off, you have a space for brushes, tools, in here, things of that nature. Then of course you have your meat and potatoes of your wet palette down there. What's kind of neat about this one is, just like I said, you can put a bunch of stuff in it and kind of carry it around. Because like I said, you got that space there. Usually I'll just keep these here because these will fit pretty nice in there along with your brushes and everything else, and they're just the right size. So when you buy this at the store, wherever you get it, this is going to come with a pack of 50 of these sheets and 2 of these sponges. I'm probably getting close to due to change my sponge out, but you have that for now, and that's the Army Painter one. So the Army Painter one, it's solid. There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is there. So I'll set this aside and go over my next one. Now this has been my workhorse lately. Let me just focus that a little bit. And this is from Exemplar. Now you've probably seen this used around. I know many witches plug these, things of that nature. I got this from a Kickstarter. Funny story. The next one after this I also got from the Kickstarter, but this one here came before it, and I actually ordered this after. So go figure. So what's cool about this one is you have this compartment. This comes out. So this coming out has some different options. Obviously, you can have this stuff here so you can mix and whatever, but you have a storage space here for brushes. You can put some stuff up in here. You can take this out and have tons of storage, or you can have this for what you have it for. But also, this one came with this little card thing. And what this is cool for is, like, you can spread out your paper once you put it on there, and the wet palette itself. The thing that's cool about this is you have this here, so you can put a tablet or a phone in there if you wanted. So maybe you're painting along, like let's say you do an online paint class, something like that. You have that option available. So it also has a little thing here so you can vent it. This did come with some copper. Copper is important because it can help prevent bacteria in your water when you got your sponge in there. So this clips into place. When you go down here, there's a rubber seal around the outer edge, so it keeps it tight. It comes with this one also. When you purchase it, comes with 2 of these sponges and 50 sheets of the paper. So, and this one's about, I think, $33, $35. I'll put a link below, but I really like this one. It's right now, like I said, it's my workhorse. One of the reasons it's my workhorse is I can carry it with me. But if I'm going somewhere a little more, where I need one that's more compact, I still use this. And it's about twice the size of the Army Painter. And that's the thing I really like is, depending on what I'm painting, I might use the Army Painter one, because if I'm just painting something pretty basic, I'll bust this out, and as I'm working on it, whatever. But if I'm doing a bunch of stuff and I want more surface, I get sloppy when I mix, and sometimes like I overrun the Army Painter one. But but this is the exemplar one, and it's good. So this, like I said, right now this is my workhorse, and it comes in all kinds of different colors, which is really, really cool. All right, so our next one is probably one you've seen a lot around YouTube, and it's probably the most expensive one on our list. So this is Redgrass Games wet palette. I got this in a Kickstarter. There's a lot of bells and whistles I got with it. We're not going to talk about those bells and whistles, just for the simple fact that it might be stuff that you would have to buy extra. So there are two different versions of this. There's the original one. It comes in a couple different sizes, and then there is the Painter 2 series, which is what I got off the Kickstarter. And it also has varying sizes. It also has some different, paper and whatnot with it. So let's look at this one. It doesn't look very special, does it? So I'll go to open this, and I'll tell you now, I haven't used this yet. I might use it this coming week. I'm thinking about painting an army, and I might bust this out for that. It's got a tight seal. This is kind of rubberized. This is textured. It's got a nice texture to it. Something else this came with is these. Now these are wavy, so you can rest the brush in them if you need to. They also have these clips on each side here. They have these clips that these can slide into. So this one here, you put your pots from GW in there. So if you got different pots you're using, personally I've converted all my pots. You can see a video for that. I'll link it here. And I've converted all my pots to droppers, with the exception of like my washes and whatnot, whatever they call their washes. So, you can have that, and it sticks there, and you can put your inks or whatever there, however you want to do that. So that's how that one works. So this one, I'm going to tell you now, depending on which version you buy, it's a little tight, depending on which version you buy, it's going to depend what you get. So this particular version, it came with 2 of these sponges. They're thick sponges, It came with 2 of those, and it came with 1 pack of 15 of the paper. So, what is so special about this paper that you only get 15 as opposed to the other ones that's getting 50? And this paper is supposedly reusable. I might do a review on this once I actually start using it, but supposedly after I get done with this, I can take this piece of paper, I can go under the sink and just rinse it off, and it's good to go again. And supposedly that you can do that for multiple instances. But like I said, we'll have to try that out. So depending on which version and which size you want out of this, like I said, this one a lot. If you look around a lot of the big YouTubers, this is what they're using right now. Everybody's like, oh, Redgrass, maybe that's something with sponsorships, I don't know. Not there yet. So anyways, this is supposed to be the Cadillac. Like I said, I'm going to give it a try. I got an army I'm thinking about painting. Maybe I'll break this one off for it. They have varying sizes, and a Redgrass palette can run anywhere from $30 on the low end to $60-ish on the high end. And depending on which version you get, you'll get more paper. If you buy one of the older versions, you're looking at like 50 sheets of paper, 2 sponges. These newer versions, you're looking at 15 sheets of paper, 2 sponges. Anyways, that's my brief wet palette roundup. And like I said, this is a very valuable tool. Do you have to buy one of these? No, you can make one. You can get a piece of Tupperware, a sponge, and some kind of baking paper. You can do some research on that and spread it out and use it. But having one of these, like I said, I found all these to be a lifesaver. I mean, as far as how long your paint lasts, being able to mix, like maybe, I can only paint for an hour or half hour a day, you know, to set all that up, remix it, go through it. To me, it's a lot simpler to, well, okay, 2 days later I come back to it, I take this off the shelf, I open it up, and then just start where I left off. Paint's still good, it's ready to rock. And I've left paint in there for up to 2 weeks before, and then some of these, and come back and been able to use it. And I've also had it get stinky too, but that's a whole other thing. So recommend using a piece of copper in there to help with, you know, bacterial growth and stuff like that. Anyways, my name's Lewis. Like and subscribe. If you're interested in one of these palettes, I have some links below. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and shop for those links at no extra cost to you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.